Yeah. I've been walking for hours, ain't moving inch. Same crack in the pavement, same mental pinch. My shadow keep changing, but I never flinch. Every door that I open, just another cement bench. I tried the left path, tried the right lane. Both got a dead sign posted in my brain. My reflection in the mirror looking at me with disdain. Said you been at this crossroad since it started to rain. I don't sleep, I just collapse. Every morning same relapse. Promise turn to old receipts. Hope it came between my teeth. My hands been empty so long they forgot how to hold. My story been sold and resolved and left in the cold. I used to dream in color, now it's black in its soul. Every chapter I write, just the same lie retold. Dead end on the left, dead end on the right. Middle looking open, but it's swallowing light. I've been running in place since I lost the fight. Dead in every direction, every day, every night. Dead end in my chest, dead end in my veins. Same loop, same law, same psychological chains. I've been knocking on exits, but they all got no stains. Just the mark of my knuckles and the ghost of the pains. I remember when tomorrow used to mean something. Now it's just another Tuesday with my stomach sunken. Used to have a plan till the plan got drunken. Started telling me I'm nothing till my skin got numbing. I built a ladder out of broken clocks. Climbed to the top just to see more locks. Every window I break shows another box. They told me patience, but patience just mocks. I got 99 problems and a way out ain't one. Tried to outrun the shadow, but the shadow already won. Tried to talk to the mirror, but the mirror had a gun. Told me finish what you started or just stand there and stun. My sneakers got holes, but I'm still doing laps on a road that was drawn on a used coffee nap. I scream at the sky till my vocal cords snap. Sky just stands back like welcome to the trap. Dead end on the left, dead end on the right. Middle looking open, but it's swallowing light. I've been running in place since I lost the fight. Dead in every direction, every day, every night. Dead end in my chest, dead end in my veins. Same loop, same law, same psychological chains. I've been knocking on exits, but they all got no stains. Just the mark of my knuckles and the ghost of the pains. I for directions, cause the directions all lie. I stopped looking for the exit, cause the exit's just goodbye. Every street sign points to somewhere I already died. So I just stand still and let the stillness be my guide. Like dead end ain't a place, man. Dead end is a state. When your future and your past shake hands and close the gate. I've been chasing the horizon that don't exist. Every step forward, just another wrist twist. Used to think pressure made diamonds, but it made this. Just a hollow shell talking to an abyss. I surrender, not a victory to silence. My fist of rage so long, he lost their violence. Dead end don't need a wall, just need a client. And I've been paying rent here since my first defiance. Dead end on the left, dead end on the right. Middle looking open, but it's swallowing light. I've been running in place since I lost the fight. Dead in every direction, every day, every night. Dead end in my chest, dead end in my veins. Same loop, same law, same psychological chains. I've been knocking on exits, but they all got no stains. Just the mark of my knuckles and the ghost of the pains. Ain't no turning back if there ain't no road left. Someone's there. Someone's always there. I check the locks 3 times before I sleep. Then I check them 3 times more because the silence speaks. The walls got ears and the floor got teeth. And the mirror in the bathroom, it watches me bleed. I turn the lights off, the shadows get closer. I turn the lights on, nothing but a poster, but the poster moved. I swear to God it moved. Now I'm standing in the corner with nothing to prove. Every car that drives slow, outside my window, got a face inside that knows where I've been, though. Every text that I get from a number I don't know could be the one that finally makes me let go. I ain't sleeping 3 days, my eyes are red, but closing them is worse, cause that's when they get in my head. They whisper my name, but they change the tone. Sometimes it's my mother, sometimes it's my own. I tore the TV out the wall last week, cause the news anchor looked at me and started to speak directly to my soul, not through the screen. Said we know looking over my shoulder, but nobody's there. That's what makes it worse, the empty stare. Paranoia got me talking to the air. Tell me, is anybody listening? I wouldn't dare. I'm looking over my shoulder, but nobody's there. That's what makes it worse, the empty stare. Paranoia got me talking to the air. Tell me, is anybody listening? I wouldn't dare. My phone is on silent, but I feel it vibrate. I pick it up, black screen, I'm wide awake. 3 a.m. and the walls are breathing. I put my ear to the plaster, I swear I hear them scheming. My neighbor's footsteps stop right at my door. Then nothing for an hour, then nothing for 4. I got a peephole, no scared to look. Cause what if something looks back from the other hook? I unplugged the router, the Wi-Fi stayed. That's not how it works, that's not how it's made. So either I'm crazy or the world got hacked. Either way, I can't go back. I put tape over the camera on my laptop. But last night I saw the red light, it never stopped. I covered it with a sticker, I covered it with paint. But the red light blinked and said you ain't no saint. I switched my password 17 times this month. Still got an email that said we know what you want. No sender, no subject, just a single file. I clicked it, it was me sleeping from the bathroom towel. I'm looking over my shoulder, but nobody's there. That's what makes it worse, the empty stare. Paranoid got me talking to the air. Tell me, is anybody listening? I wouldn't dare. I'm looking over my shoulder, but nobody's there. That's what makes it worse, the empty stare. Paranoid got me talking to the air. Tell me, is anybody listening? I wouldn't dare.
There in the ceiling, they're in the floorboards, they're in the space between the wall and my skin.
I cut myself open last Tuesday, just a little, just to see, just to make sure I was still made of blood and not cameras. I don't wanna be watched anymore, but I don't wanna be alone either. And that's the trap. That's always been the trap.
They're in the
If I'm listening to this right now, stop.
I still hear it. The hum, the wash, the I can still hear it. The hum, the unblinking eye. I still.
I woke up today and nothing left. I shot him. Snow drill. I don't remember when the glass shattered. Maybe it was Tuesday, maybe it was 3 years ago. I keep finding pieces in my hands, but I don't feel the cuts anymore. The mirror shows a face I used to know, but his eyes are empty, like someone turned off the light and forgot to tell me. I try to fix things with tape, with silence, with pretending, but you can't glue back something that doesn't wanna be whole. I am broken, not the kind that bends, the kind that stays. I am broken, not the kind that mends, the kind that fades. people ask me how I feel, I tell them fine, 'cause that's the shortest word that makes them walk away. The truth is longer, the truth is heavier. The truth is a room with no doors, and I've stopped looking for windows. I remember her leaving, not her face, just the sound of the door and how quiet it got after. Love is a language I used to speak, now I just hear static. I am broken, not the kind that bends, the kind that stays. I am broken, not the kind that mends, the kind that fades. No screaming, no crying, just the sound of nothing trying. I went for a walk last night, 3 a.m. The streets were empty, so was I. I saw a homeless man sleeping on cardboard, and I thought, at least he has somewhere to lay down. My brokenness doesn't even have a shape. My father called last week, he said, son, are you okay? I said, yeah. He said, you don't sound okay. I said, this is just how I sound now. Silence on the line, then he hung up. I don't blame him. I tried to cry last month, nothing came out. Not because I was strong, because the well was dry. I am not sad. Sadness is for people who still feel something. I am just here, existing in the space where something used to be. I am broken, not the kind that bends, the kind that stays. I am broken, not the kind that bends, the kind that fades. No screaming, no crying, just the sound of nothing trying. One day, this might mean something again, but not today. Today is just the sound of something that used to be alive, learning how to be quiet. Broken.
Ain't never left. We never leave. Shut up. 4 in the morning, the ceiling is talking. Told me my name, but it wasn't my name. Told me my future, but I saw it burning. Told me to run, but my legs are just frames. I put my hands over both of my ears, but the sound got inside through the bone and the skin. Now there's a party inside of my skull, and I never sent out any invitations to the band. Who let you in? Who opened the door? Was it me? And in a dream I don't remember no more. Was it the pill that I took the night before? The silence I begged for that turn in the war. I hear them scratching behind the drywall. I hear them laughing when I try to recall. What was the question that started it all? And I'm just standing here watching myself fall. Voices, everywhere. Some are fine, but most aren't there. Told me sit, told me stare, told me cut my own hair in my sleep, I swear. Voices in the wall. Some are quiet, some will crawl into my ear like a funeral shawl, and I can't hear myself at all. I counted 11 last Tuesday, I think. One of them sounds like my father who's dead. One of them sounds like the kid from the bus who looked at me wrong, so I sawed off his head. Wait, no, that's not real, or is it? I can't tell the difference between what I did and what I didn't. My memory is a locked room with no light in it, and someone keeps moving the furniture, revving in it. They tell me to fuck with these views the mirror. They tell me the police are getting nearer. They tell me my friends are conspiring against me. They tell me my fault has been poisoned so gently. I haven't eaten in 3 days, me before. My hunger is screaming, but there's some voices. A voice that sounds like a child on the floor and has been affirming the same words since before I was born. I know what you're thinking. You think I'm crazy, but crazy people don't know they're crazy, and I know I'm crazy, so that means I'm not crazy. Right? Right? Say right. Say it. Right? But then why do I still hit her? No, I'm not doing this again. I'm not. Voices everywhere. Some on my mind, but most aren't there. Told me sit, told me stare, told me cut my own hair in my sleep, I swear. Voices in the guard. Some are begging, some are war, some are knocking at my door, but I don't live here anymore. There's a voice that speaks only in numbers. There's a voice that speaks only in rain. There's a voice that sounds like my mother forgiving me, and I know that's not real because she's still in pain. There's a voice that tells me to pray to the ceiling. There's a voice that tells me the ceiling is God. There's a voice that tells me the carpet is holy, and I've been kneeling so long that my knees have gone on. Medication, it changed the station, but the new channel had worse conversations. I tried to silence, it turned to violence. I tried to fight it, now I'm the appliance. They plug me in and every night before sleeping they run diagnosis. Well, I am not keeping convenient record of what they are searching for. Maybe they're looking for me, but I'm time in storage. I'm in the static between two frequencies. I'm in the part of P2 apologies. I don't be featured two of my personalities, and neither of them will take ownership of me. There he is. There he always was. I know. We never left. We never leave. We are you. You are yours. You are us.
I don't remember when it started. Maybe it was Tuesday. Maybe it was the day I stopped counting breaths.
The water is at my ankles now, I pretend I don't notice. My shoes are soaked but I keep walking, that's what people do, right? They keep walking. I told myself it was just rain, just a bad week, just a season, just a chemical imbalance I could fix with coffee and better sleep. But the water doesn't care about my excuses, it doesn't check my calendar, it doesn't ask if I'm ready. It rises, now it's at my knees, and walking feels different, heavier, like someone tied grocery bags full of rocks to each leg, and I'm supposed to act normal. Smile at the neighbor, say I'm fine when the cashier asks how my day is going. My day is drowning, but thanks for asking. Here's my card, keep the change.
I'm sinking.
Not fast enough to be dramatic,
Not slow enough to pretend it's not happening. I'm sinking.
and the strangest part is I don't even want to be saved anymore. Now the water is at my waist, and I can feel it pulling, not violently like a mother pulling a child out of bed, gentle, certain, inevitable. I stopped telling people last month, not because they didn't care, but because their faces, every time I said I'm not okay, their faces looked like I handed them a bomb they didn't know how to defuse. So I learned to swim in silence, which is funny, cause I'm not swimming, I'm just learning how to hold my breath longer. Some people call that strength, I call it practice. Practice for the moment my mouth goes under and I don't kick anymore. My phone is still in my pocket, messages I never answered, voicemails I deleted without listening, friends I lost somewhere between last year and the year before that. I don't even blame them, I disappeared before they left.
I'm sinking.
surface looks so far away now.
Like watching a ceiling from the floor. I'm sinking.
And I've stopped reaching for anything. My arms are just open. There was a time I would have fought, kicked, screamed, made sure someone heard me. But fighting is loud, and loud takes energy. And energy left a long time ago. Maybe it left with my father's funeral, or the night she said I don't love you anymore and meant it, or the morning I woke up and realized I couldn't remember the last time I laughed. Real laughing, not the kind you do so people don't ask questions. The water is at my chest now. I can feel it pressing, not crushing, just insisting, like a hand on your shoulder that won't let go. And my shoulders, the temperature doesn't matter anymore. Cold and warm feel the same when you're this far in. I think about my mother sometimes. She'll get a call one day and she'll say, but he just texted me yesterday. Yeah, I did. A stupid emoji, I love you I type with one hand while the other hand was already letting go. I think about my dog, he won't understand why I stopped coming home. He'll wait by the door, and dogs don't know how to stop waiting. That breaks my heart more than anything else. But even that isn't enough to make me kick anymore. The water is at my chin, and I'm still standing somehow, which is ridiculous because standing implies there's ground beneath you, but there isn't. I've been floating for months. I just called it going to work and paying bills.
I'm sinking.
Finally, the part they don't write songs about. Not the scream, not the splash, just the quiet after you stop pretending. One more breath, not because I want it, just because my body doesn't know I've quit yet. Just sinking. Just sinking.
I woke up tired again, not from sleep, from the weight that never leaves. Every morning feels like a court day, and I'm guilty before I open my eyes. They said it gets lighter, they lied. I carry my own spine like it's made of concrete. Every step is a sentence, every breath is a verdict. I don't remember signing up for this, but here I am, still standing, barely. Trials don't end, they just change their name. Call it growth, call it pain, call it whatever helps you sleep. I call it Tuesday. I watch my father break the same way, quietly, in a living room that smell like coffee and regret. He never yelled, he just disappeared inside his own head. Now I'm doing the same thing, different cities, same ghost. I tell myself this is building character, but character doesn't pay the rent and it doesn't call you back. Some nights I sit in the dark just to feel equal to the room. That's when I understand the most. Trials don't end, they just change their name. Call it growth, call it pain, call it whatever helps you sleep. I call it Tuesday. I tried the easy road once, it was closed for construction. Irony is my only religion now. Every victory comes with a receipt, and the price is always tomorrow's peace. I've been fighting so long, I forgot what I'm fighting for. Maybe survival is the point, maybe there is no point, but I'm still here. It's not hope, it's just stubborn. People see the quiet ones and think we're calm,
No, we're just exhausted. We've been screaming internally for years, and the world doesn't have ears for that kind of sound. So we carry it in our jaws, in our necks, in the space behind our ribs where something used to live. I don't pray anymore, not because I don't believe, because I'm tired of asking. If God wanted an answer, He would have done it for the third funeral. Now I just watch the ceiling fan, count the rotations, pretend each circle is a year, and I'm getting closer to something. I don't know what, something. Trials don't end, they just change their name. Call it growth, call it pain, call it whatever helps you sleep. I call it Tuesday. Maybe that's enough, maybe it isn't. Either way, the sun comes up, and I do too. Not because I want to, because I don't know how to stop. I don't remember which door I came through. I don't remember my own name this morning. Someone called me something. Didn't sound like mine. 4 a.m. in the mirror, don't recognize me. Staring at the face, that blood on my teeth. I've been walking in circles inside the same room. Floorboards remember my steps more than me. Lost the receipt for my own existence. Somebody tell me where I parked my conscience. I think I left it back in the old apartment, the one with the mold and the hole in the closet. Phone died 3 days ago, or maybe 3 years. Time bends when you're not really here. I wave at strangers, they look through my chest. Maybe I'm ghosting myself unintentionally. Check my pulse, but my fingers are numb. Check my past, but the pages are torn. Check the mirror again, same stranger, different shirt though. When did I change clothes? Lost soul. No GPS, no map, no home. Lost soul. I've been floating where the wind don't blow. Lost soul. Every face look like a maybe. Lost soul. Even my shadow left me lazy. Somebody tie me to something solid. I'm drinking through the days like a bottle without a message. Lost soul. I don't pray, but I'm asking. If you see me walking through you, don't address me. I bought coffee this morning, don't remember drinking it. Found a note in my pocket, handwriting looks like mine, but angrier. It said you're not real, by the way. I laughed for 10 minutes, then cried for 30 seconds, then forgot why I was crying, then laughed again at the confusion. My friends list like a graveyard of virgins and different haircuts, different addictions. Same eyes though, same empty behind them. I talk to the ceiling fan like it understands. It just spins, it just spins. Maybe that's the answer. Just spin until you dizzy yourself in the meaning. I try to trace my steps back to the last time I touched solid. Maybe 26 or 22 or 17 or never. The dates blur like rain on a windshield. I'm driving, but I'm behind the wheel. Lost soul. No GPS, no map, mo. Lost soul. I've been floating where the wind don't blow. Lost soul. Every face look like a mine. Lost soul. Even my shadow look me lazy. Somebody tie me to something solid. Burning through the days like a bottle without a message. Lost soul. I don't pray, but I'm asking. If you see me walking through you, don't address me. I showed up to my own funeral in a dream. Nobody recognized me. They were crying over someone else. I sat in the back row and felt jealous of the dead guy. Then I realized that was supposed to be me. But they buried the wrong name with a right name, wrong face. So the whole thing was a metaphor I'm too tired to unpack. I collect memories like fake IDs. None of them get me into anywhere worth going. I got a drawer full of apologies I never sent, and a phone full of numbers I
it used to be blue. I used to be someone. Now I'm just a collection of hated
The tree in the backyard got cut down. That's where I buried my action figure in 1998. Maybe that's where I left myself. 6 inches deep under a dead tree in a yard I don't have permission to dig up. Lost soul, no GPS, no map, no home, no. I've been falling where the wind don't blow. Lost soul, every face was like a maybe. Even my shadow left me lazy. Somebody tie me to something solid. I'm drinking through the days like a bottle without a message. Lost soul, I don't pray, but I'm asking if you see me walking through you, don't address me. I don't know if I'm finding myself or just getting better at pretending I was never lost to begin with. Maybe lost is the default, and everyone else is just better at hiding it. Or maybe
Woke up to the ceiling again. Same four corner, same ceiling fan. Bottle on the nightstand, half the pills gone. Can't remember if I took one or if I took 10. Morning looks like evening through these blinds. Sun comes up but it don't change my mind. Doctor said take is needed, but I need it every hour, so I feed it every hour till the feeling turns to powder. I'm not sad, I'm just not there. Body in the chair, but the soul's upstairs. Downstairs, I don't know where. Somewhere between the cough syrup stare and the moment I stop caring. They call it medication, I call it vacation from myself. 12 steps to the bathroom mirror, but I don't recognize the person on the shelf. This is medication music. Turn it up so I can lose it. Flatline on the beat, but my heart's still moving. Bottle in my hand, that's the only truth I'm proving. This is medication music. Numb enough to be useful. Can't feel the floor, can't feel the roof. Just a pill dust under my tooth. Prescription says take with food, but I take it with nothing. Just a glass of tap water and the sound of my own blood rushing. Pharmacy bag on the kitchen floor. 3 different colors, I don't know what they're for. The orange one stops the panic, the white one stops the dream, the blue one makes the silence not as loud as it seems. I tried to tell my therapist, she said that's normal, keep going. So I kept going, down the same hallway, same wallpaper peeling, same mirror not showing. Anyone who looks like me, anyone who feel like me, anyone who still believes that feeling something is the enemy. I don't remember Tuesday or Wednesday or the name of the nurse who called last week. Something about a checkup, something about blood work. I said okay, then I hung up, then I took another one just to be sure. This is medication music. Turn it up so I can lose it. Flatline on the beat, but my heart's still moving. Bottle in my hand, that's the only truth I'm proving. This is medication music. Numb enough to be useful. Can't feel the floor, can't feel the roof. Just a pill dust under my tooth. Some nights I sit and count them like a child counting stars. Except the stars are in a bottle, and the bottle's on a shelf, and the shelf is in a room.
that I haven't left in months. I forgot what hungry feels like, I forgot what tired means. I exist somewhere between the first dose and the 15th. My mother called last Sunday, I let it go to voicemail. She said, I hope you're better. I'm not better, I'm just well medicated enough to sound okay on the phone. Medication music, turn it up. I can't feel, I can't